It was like I made so many mistakes. It was like there is something I left out in my practice, something I left out. Now, my whole life was solely depending on evaluation. Evaluation was the only thing that could encourage me. At that point, I was already doubting it if I would ever climb up the stage anymore. But when my evaluator came up on stage, like it was as if the ground should just open and swallow me. Like I don't even want to hear what he has to say. I was feeling that I've really flawed. I've really said what I'm not supposed to say. I was so scared. I was sweating. But my evaluator came up the stage and looked at me and smiled. He said, "Wow, you are a good speaker." I was like, "Is he talking to me?" Then I think he saw that expression on my face, and he said, "Wow, you spoke so well. That was a great speech." And that was the beginning of my public. That was the beginning of my career in public speaking. Now imagine with that condition that I was, that scenario, that fright, that fear, and he came up on stage and said, "You didn't use your body language well. You were not audible enough. We couldn't hear you. You were too fast. You were too slow." Imagine that was what he had come up on the stage to say. I bet at that point in time, that would be the end of it. I don't think I would be a mentor now. I don't think I'll be a public speaker now. That would just be the end of it all. Now, what is the essence of what I'm saying? Evaluation is very, very important. Speakers should not run away from evaluation. In fact, it should be something we should all watch out for. Likewise, evaluator, you should know that evaluation is magical. Evaluation can shape someone's life. Now I have 7 rules for you, 7 steps to follow while giving an evaluation. 1, as an evaluator, find the strengths of your speaker, of the speaker or your speaker per se. Now, like I said earlier, the general worry of every speaker is nervousness and fear. Now, what do you intend to do as an evaluator? Especially when you are speaking or evaluating a newbie, that is a beginner in public speaking. Learn and know this, that you are coming up the stage to speak of the strengths that you found in that speaker. Advanced speakers have their weaknesses. We all have weaknesses and strengths in public speaking. Advanced speakers have their strengths. Likewise, they have their weaknesses over the years because of their consistency in public speaking. Likewise, beginners have their strengths. In fact, nobody is actually bad in public speaking. The fact that a person could step up the stage to speak is already a strength. So you have to identify the strengths of a speaker. For example, identify the strength. For example, wow, you have a good voice. Wow, Esther, I love the confidence you exhibited. I love the fact that you took up the challenge to climb up the stage to speak. Now you've identified a strength that the speaker has. I could remember one of the speakers at Corazon Speaks. She was called up the stage to come and say something. She ended up climbing up the stage and started crying. She started crying. Why are you crying? She could not say even one thing. And what did we do as Corazon Speaks? She won best table topic speaker. Yes, I get it was table topic she was speaking, where she was asked to come and speak on. And she won the best table topic speaker for that day. Now, why do we do that? Because we've been able to understand that will be the best for her at that moment. Because for her to climb up the stage, to even show herself, to show her face, to face the crowd, is a strength already. So, as an evaluator, identify the strengths of a speaker. Secondly, evaluators. Evaluation is not a movement. is not a time to come and show that you are a better speaker. Time of evaluation is not a time to come and shine. In fact, it is a time for you to be sensitive, because you are not the only one that listens to the speech. You are not the only one that hear whatever the speaker was saying or saw the motion and emotions of the speaker. So it is very important for you to know that time for evaluation is not to come and impress or prove that you are a better speaker than the speaker. It is a time for you to come and give your commendation, encourage, and to state what a speaker can do to improve. So, because I've noticed that so many evaluators see it as an opportunity, as an avenue to come and give another speech. That is very wrong. I've seen some evaluation should be simple. When I mean simple, it should not be more than 2 or 3 minutes, and that's how we do at Corazon Speaks. Evaluations should not be more than 2-3 minutes. The simplicity of your evaluation will make the speaker understand what you want to say. It is not a time for you to come and tell us your own story or to come and give another speech entirely. No, that is wrong. It should be kept simple. So please, it is very important for evaluators to understand that it is not a time to come and show yourself or show that you are a better speaker or to come and shine. If you have that mindset, please stop it. It is not only detrimental to the development of the speaker, even to your own credibility, to your own self as a speaker, because it is expected that as an evaluator, you are experienced, yes, or you have been into speaking career or so. So it is important for you to understand this so that at the end of the day, you will not come and floor yourself up. Yes, because when you go with the mindset of proving to the speaker that you are better off, or you understand the in-depth of public speaking, or the techniques or principles of speaking in public, it becomes a problem for you as a speaker. Now, thirdly, please do not ignore the crowd, the audience. In as much as evaluating a speaker demands that you focus on the speaker, it is also important that you should not completely sideline the rest of the audience. Yes, it is very important. Now let me give you an example. I climb up the stage as an evaluator and then I say, "Wow, Esther, I love your presentation. I love the way you stood. I love your voice. By the time I continue to focus on only Esther, the rest of the crowd will be lost." Now this is the thing. Evaluation is not even meant for only the speaker. In fact, it is meant for everybody. Evaluation is not meant for just the person that stepped up the stage to speak. It is meant for the audience, for the crowd, and even your own self. It's meant for you too. So, better way of doing this is, the structure of Esther's speech was beautiful. Now, it is possible that when you climb up the stage, you look at Esther and give her a welcoming smile. Like, yes, you climb up the stage, you face her and give her a very welcome smile. And then you say the presentation of Esther is beautiful and well structured, rather than, "Esther, your presentation is beautiful, your voice is good, you did this, you did that, and facing only her. Do not ignore the audience. The audience are also learning. So please take note of that. You should be able to speak to Esther, make Esther feel connected to your speech, and as such, the rest of the audience should also connect to your evaluation, which is very important. Now, the fourth point I would like to bring is, are you connected to the speech of the speaker? I learned this from my mentor. My mentor said, while you are on stage evaluating, connect with the speech, make it relatable. Now, what do I mean by this? If Samuel, for example, climbed up the stage to speak on sports, and probably I'm also sport inclined, it is very important for you to at least give some information for about 20 seconds about how you also enjoyed football match or how you were once into sports. Now, you've been able to connect with the speaker and you've been able to let the speaker understand that the speech was meaningful and relatable. You made the speaker understand that everyone understood, everyone flowed along with the speech, not just coming up on stage and saying your presentation is good. If someone should climb on stage and speak about self-discipline and how lack of self-discipline has improved her, how lack of self-discipline has helped her negatively, yes. When you climb up the stage, it is expected you also share 1 or 2 tips on how you were once into that situation of lack of self-discipline. At least 20 seconds. I'm not saying now that you end up giving us your own speech. No, that's not what I'm saying. So that some people will not go ahead and say, sure, you said we should not give a speech. By the time I start sharing my own story now, I will give speech. No. 20, that's why I said 20 to 30 seconds. It's just that it is important for the speaker. Yes, that in particular is important for the speaker to make the speaker feel wow, so they could even relate. So my speech was that important, was that valuable that they could relate to it. Now, another point you should understand, which is very, very important and crucial, is know your audience. This is very important. Know your speaker and their familiarity with public speaking. The way you evaluate a new beginner should be different from the way you evaluate someone on the second project, should be different from the way you evaluate someone giving the third speech, should also be different from the way you evaluate an advanced speaker. Now this is it. I will be giving samples because it is very important that when you're evaluating, you give samples, but I'm coming to that. Now, someone that has never spoken on stage before, climb up the stage, and then you are telling the person you are not audible. No eye contact. Your content was not well arranged. Please, what were you expecting as an evaluator? That the person will come up the stage and use body language? Would you ask the person, are you sure this is your first time climbing the stage? So please, it is very important to understand your speaker and their familiarity with public speaking. You shouldn't just come up the stage and start giving recommendations that are meant for someone on 6th project or someone on 3rd project. It will bring out this low self-esteem of the speaker. It could even make a speaker just conclude that, this public speaking thing is not for me. I would never climb up the stage again. Because you are giving her something that she knows nothing about. It should be more of commendations. Finding the strength, saying what you love, talking about the confidence of the person, being relatable to the speech, sharing your own stories of how you started. It is very important. Share your own stories of how your first speech was like. If your first speech was even worse than our own, say it. Mine was worse than this. I could not even open my mouth to talk. It is very important for you to share your own stories and be truthful. Because seriously, everybody's first speech is different. Our first speech is not always good. We all have 1 or 2 stories to share. So why come up the stage and act like you were never in that position? It is very wrong as an evaluator to come up the stage and act like you just blew all of a sudden, like you just became a better speaker all of a sudden. No. Position yourself into our own level or his own level. Position yourself. Imagine that this was your first speech. What will you tell yourself? What are you expecting to hear from an evaluator? Then you say it to someone just speaking. Yes, it is very important. So now, if you were even meant to give a recommendation, now let me tell you the recommendation I had on my first speech. I had a recommendation. So I'm not here to tell you shouldn't recommend something for the speaker to improve, but your recommendation should be kept simple and short. I had one recommendation. After the speaker said, "Wow, Esther, you are a great speaker," I might not remember the other things he said, though, but I remembered something, my recommendation. He looked at me and smiled and said, "Smile more when speaking." Please imagine that kind of recommendation for a new speaker. How thoughtful, how sensitive it is for a evaluator to give such a recommendation. Then I had to look at myself. Then I remember that, oh wow, I was all too serious because I was just there to just pour out everything on my head and then run off the stage. Then I discovered that, wow, I didn't even smile. I don't even think I even looked at anybody's face. My head was looking at the ceiling. I was looking at the ceiling. I don't even want to see anybody. I don't want to even have eye contact with anybody. But while preparing for my next project, I quickly flashed back to when he said, "Smile more when speaking." Then I was practicing and I was trying to smile. Now imagine he had come to download all the rules of public speaking. Please tell me, which of them will I remember? Is it the one he told me I should use my hand? Or the one he said my content was not good? Or is it the one that he asked me to carry everybody along? Which will I remember? But I could not forget that simple recommendation of smile when speaking. Most speakers on their first speech, they don't smile. Go and find out. Most speakers don't smile because it is not funny for them. They are not there to joke with you. They are not even there to joke with themselves. They are just there to just give their speech and just see how the thing looks like, how the thing is. That is all they are concerned. So they will even remember to smile. So it is a recommendation for beginners. It could also be, please don't run off the stage after speaking. That is, even if the person was able to exhibit smiling attributes, it could be that immediately after the speech, before she handed over the mic, she had run off the stage. So you see, those simple recommendations are important for a beginner. Now that is for a beginner. For others that have advanced, you could then be giving them recommendations. But even at that, they are still friendly recommendations. Friendly, not in a harsh tone or in a tone that will discourage them or make them feel that they have not done something. I have seen empty evaluations that has no meaning. Empty. And those kind of empty evaluations, they last more than expected. They will last on stage. They can spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes saying rubbish. So it is very important and vital for you to understand your speaker and their familiarity with public speaking. If it's someone that has been familiar enough, you could, if you want to give a recommendation like, you did not end well, you have to say it in a polite way. And like, for example, wow, I can see Dexter is here. Okay, let me use his name. For example, you call it Dexter. I didn't know that you were about to end your speech. Please, next time, focus on that. Give a recommendation as friendly and intelligent as possible. Please evaluate us. It is very important. It even adds to your own credibility. People will love you to evaluate them. I've seen so many speakers that said, "Estelle, please be my evaluator." Especially new speakers, because most times I mentor icebreakers, that is new beginners. So they'll be like, "Please evaluate me." I was like, "No, I'm not the one to evaluate you." So why is it like that? It's because they have learned to understand. Others have told them that she has a better way of evaluating. And we all love commendations. So that is what they don't even want to hear any other thing than you telling them they did well. So please understand your speaker and their familiarity with public speaking. Another thing again you need to understand is state your reasons. Please stop giving empty evaluation. Stop giving valueless evaluation that will not change or improve someone. please, please, if you are telling me you like my voice, I will ask you why. How did I use my voice that you are telling me you like it? How? If you are telling me I did not sound well, tell me how, the better way for me to sound well. How did I sounded? Explain to me. You see? So it is very important for you to state your reasons. As you are saying it, you should have a solution back up with it. Now you are telling somebody, I love your voice. Why are you saying so? I love your voice because you were able to connect with the speaker, to the audiences. I remember when you were speaking about something emotional, you were able to speak in an emotional way that connected with the audience emotions. And when you transited to another scenario and circumstance, you were able to switch. The transition and modulation of your voice was great, was wonderful. I don't know if somebody understands what I just said now. It is different from just saying, I love your voice. Now, I'm coming up to say, I love your body language. How? How? Tell me what you saw. I love your body language because you were able to align your body language to your words. While I noticed while you were saying two, your hand was like this, two. While you were making four, your hand was four. While you were saying I am, you were I am. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So please back it up with reasons. Please. Position yourself. Remember how you started. Remember your own evaluations, and then you give beautiful evaluations. Sometimes the problem with other evaluators is probably the way they evaluated them was not good. So it's time for payback. Anybody that speak like this, I will tell them that I've learned all those things they told me that I did not do in my first speech. No, please take it easy on them. Even with advanced speakers, you still need to be sensitive and thoughtful, not to talk of new beginners. Now, let me speak to the speakers awaiting evaluation. Please, it is very important for you to welcome feedback. Some people don't know how to welcome feedback. They don't even want to be evaluated. It is important. If you don't receive evaluation, how can you improve? Someone came to meet me, I remember. She said, I gave a speech, and the person that evaluated me said, I did not do well, that I did this, I did that, and I felt so bad. Then what I told her, I was like, next time, when an evaluation is not so nice on you, and you feel that this evaluator did not say some things that are right, immediately after the speech, there are others seated there in the crowd that you could meet. There are others experienced speakers. Don't just go home with that intake of negativity. Meet others. How was my speech? How did I perform on stage? And hear from them. And I'm very sure you will hear better compliments, more compliments than the one that your evaluator gave. Learn to ask others if your evaluator or you felt that you were not evaluated right. Yes, it's possible. You can have that feeling. Yes, because I had so when I was not being evaluated well, but not at the beginning. I had a very nice evaluation. It was when I had known better, so it did not even touch me. But I knew that this is not an evaluation. This is empty. I usually call it an empty evaluation because it was not needed or useful for the speaker. So please learn to ask others. And then secondly, for advanced speakers, if you feel your evaluator gave you a too nice evaluation and you are really desperate to improve, and the person just was just downloading nice commendation, nice things, the evaluation was too nice for you because you are advanced and you are hungry for improvement, for something that you really want to improve, after the meeting or event, go and meet that same evaluator and tell he or she that, please, I need more recommendations, and hear from him. Then personally, he would be able to share with you some of the things that he felt he can, maybe because you told him that you want it raw the way it is, he should just explain to you. I used to do that very well. I'll go and say, no, tell me the bad side. Tell me what I did wrong. Just tell me that I did something wrong. Tell me I did not do well. By the time I keep insisting, we said, okay, next time, use a storyline. Next time, add this to it. Next time, make use of the rhetoric question. You should have asked the question before going into this. Your transition, you should have transited like this, like that, like that. I don't know if somebody is understanding me, but I believe you are. So, if you have an evaluation that is too nice for advanced speakers, go ahead and ask the person after the evaluation that, please, I need this one-on-one, this personal something. Tell me it's real, the way it is. Explain to me. It's very important. Now, that is for the speakers. Please, love evaluation, accept feedback, and please don't take this personal, because it is very possible that you have already been pampered or you are used to receiving nice recommendations from an association, and then you transit to somewhere else and then you are seeing something different. Don't take it personal. It's like that. So please, it is very important for us to take note of that as speakers. Please. Then I'm going back to evaluators. Lastly, for evaluators, this is my final contribution for you. Please enjoy a speaker's speech. I used to watch evaluators who campaign like this. That is their friend. They don't enjoy speech. Their only aim is to listen and start writing criticism. What the person has done wrong. And writing. Please enjoy speeches. Take your time to listen and flow with your speaker. Connect with the speech. That is why at the end of the day, you will not have something relatable to say, because you were not flowing, you were not enjoying it. Your focus was to just write and go there and say all the things that the speaker did wrong. Please enjoy the speaker's speech. Stop. All you need to do is to just point one or two things, write it down, just point them. Look at the speaker, listen, enjoy it, flow, smile with the speaker. If the